Thank you for joining me tonight. This is Rafaela with Sohilini. Before I begin the healing, I meditate on God's Word before I come into this healing session. And it's to help bring in awareness to your conscience and subconscious to begin healing. So I meditate on God's Word before I start the healing. I would like to ask Abba Father, Spirit Guides, the guardian ancestors, guardian angels, star family to be with us, guide us, and heal us, and to protect us during and after this healing. If we can say that we're open to receiving this awareness and shifting our thoughts so we can think to elevate us as one with love and understanding and bringing in unexpected miracles and blessings for us and our loved ones and the collective and beyond. Woo! Okay, I can feel some energy going on. Kind of nervousness, to be honest. Here we go. Today, I would like to share with you about healing ourselves. Healing energy is it's a very powerful force that restores and regenerates us all levels. You could have gone through a divorce, a breakup, a fight, an argument, a separation, even a promotion. It could be something good as well. And when you get a promotion in job or you get a new beginning or a new life start, for boyfriend or husband or friend, you have, like trust levels, insecurity levels. So we have the power as we tap into this light to create the healing energy for ourselves and others, to renew our spirit, renew our soul, and the renewal of body, and to give us renew our strength to revive it. Greater is he that is in us than he that is in the world. I am praying for us to have a firmer foundation so that we can move forward in our lives on a positive level. Between the ages of 1 and 7, and I relate to this a lot in my videos because a lot of us, we don't look back at our childhoods for those who have had a hard one, and we don't really contemplate on those ages, the things that we pick up, like what words were spoken to us, what words were spoken over us by our parents, our friends, our siblings, our aunts and uncles, the immediate people that are in our lives from the ages from 1 to 5 before we start pre-K, kindergarten. Were you allowed to express how you feel? Like, what would you like? What would you like to do? How do you feel? Were you asked, what do you think? Like, when we get in trouble, we hear, what were you thinking? Even I have done that with my children. What were you thinking? And it's more than that, to be honest. It's like, what the hell were you thinking? So, and when we do this, it scares us as children with our parents, and it scares our children, even our grandchildren and their friends if they're around. So it's like we shut down, we build up these walls around us to be careful what we say, how we speak. When we're looking around with our eyes, these are mechanisms that are built in us as child. Like we hear no, And sometimes we don't understand no until our parents come up and we see their face, their expression, like they're mad. And so as children, we pick this up and it stores in our memory cells. You know, it stores in us. Okay, as little kids, we see those mad faces, those expressions, the tone in the voice. So it stays with us throughout a lifetime. So these learning capabilities, they're not like 1, 2, 3, ABC. They're taught to us by our parents. But how do we talk and react with others? This is a system that's built in us. We don't realize it. We don't. We have built a wall. We have built a security system around us as a child. So how we respond to these questions affects our lives and how we cope and deal in life. Triggers happen throughout our life, and until we can understand them and especially accept them in ourselves, and ego and pride could stand in our way in healing. So I am asking my Abba Father and our spirit guides, our spirit family, to help us to bring awareness into our conscious and subconscious level. Writing a journal from ages 1 to 7, and just sit down and write and think. How was my mom? How was my dad? How did I react? How did I react with my children? And children should do this as well. How am I reacting right now with school? How do I react right now in college? How do I react right now with people at work? How were my parents? We have to work with our timelines in our life. We really do. We have to grab the bull by the horns. We have to see things as they are and not hate them, but understand them with love and compassion. Because even us as children of our parents, we have insecurities, doubts, and fears. And we do wonder, are we doing things right? As well, our parents did the same thing. They had to cope with their worries, their fears, their doubts, their insecurities, which as well was given to them by our grandparents. So in order us to move forward and not have repeated behavior problems to keep coming back up in our lives with our families, our coworkers, our friends, our relationships, we have to look at ourselves in the mirror, because people do reflect us. If we are very honest, they do reflect us. In some way or another, we meet people and there's no such thing as a coincidence. It's for a purpose. Even if it's for a moment, a day, a conversation, a season, it is for a purpose. And we either learn our lesson or it gets repeated. Or we either help them and it helps us as well. Peace be upon you this week. The light of God surrounds you. The love of God enfolds you. The power of God protects you. The presence of God watches over you. Wherever you are, God is. Peace be with you. We will see you tomorrow. Thank you for joining us.